give my 2 cents on this story about Chef Way, aka Waymo the God. You know, the ones who are the most insecure, they always have the God, aka Charlemagne the God. But anyway, this Manosphere guy, Red Pillar, He-Man, Black Woman Haters Club, that's a throwback, colorist, etc. It seems Chef Way, aka Waymo the God, has rebranded himself as a chef and is a prosecutor for the Harris County District Attorney's Office. He is a part of the early to mid Black Woman's Hater Club. Now he works for the district attorney's office and is a popular chef on social media. He is now receiving backlash because of his past tweets and persona, which has been revealed. But I think this is the real him and continues to be. Personally, I have been on YouTube since 2007. I ended up having a lot of these Manosphere men recommended to me. At the time, they were not called Manosphere. Before Kevin Samuels, before Fresh and Fit, before the Passport Bros, and before I, there was Tommy Sotomayor, Phil from The Advice Show, Mad Bus Driver X, The Angry Man, Jay DeBlack, The Honest Truth, Tariq Nasheed, and the pro-black male-only sector. These are just a few I have been exposed to, so this comes as no surprise because many of them have rebranded. There are a lot of them doing something different, and they have stepped up on Black women's back, degrading our image. Now they have them a non-Black woman, and they have cleaned up their image or hid it. They are now capitalizing on their new image and getting Black women support. Some of the ones who don't know about them. Chef Way was popular on social media for his cooking abilities. A few Black women that he bullied and harassed online for their skin tone recognized him. They then started to call him out on the heinous and disrespectful tweets and comments toward them. As a result of that, he has now lost quite a few endorsements and brand deals. Also, there is conversation about getting him taken out of the Harris County District Attorney's Office. The way I see it, I'm so happy this is happening. I hope he loses all his endorsements and brand deals. I hope he loses subscribers and his platform where he cooks. We know there will be some forgiving, all-loving Black people, women to be exact, that will forgive him and continue to support him, but I hope his platform goes downhill for this. What's happening right now before our eyes is karma. If that's what you want to call it, it's reaping what you sow, and we get a front row seat to see it all go down. To me, this is something to celebrate, but there is an issue. Kim Ogg from the district attorney's office will not fire him. She is defending him, saying everyone deserves a second chance, which is laughable because if he said this about pale women that look like her, there would be no second chance. She would be the first in line to hand him his walking papers, and she would continue on to destroy whatever he had going on. If this was someone that looked like her, he was disparaging. Personally, to me, the job he has at Harris County is the one that's most concerning. It's the job where he can do the most damage to Black women, which we don't even know. He may have already. We just don't know. After everything that's happening, him losing his endorsement deals, him losing subscribers, the loss of income, he could possibly retaliate against Black women at his job with the district attorney's office. It makes me wonder how many Black women were harmed in this office alone because he does not like Black women. And I wonder how many men have gotten away with harming Black women because of him. Has he contributed to the femicide rates? Anyone that says Black women make for a good punching bag, they don't care. They get enjoyment and satiation out of seeing Black women harmed and hurt. I believe someone should investigate the cases that he's handled involving Black women. They need to check for any biases that may have happened in those cases because this is dangerous. It's funny that he gets a second chance with the district attorney's office job, yet the Black therapist that didn't say half of what he did, she was fired for telling these men they need therapy. She was not given a second chance. She was dragged by Black men and women for what she said, which was true. Looking at what this man said about Black women when he has access to whatever he wants, but he is talking about harming Black women, which he doesn't like, which he doesn't have to talk to Black women. He doesn't have to engage with Black women, but something in him wants to see a Black woman harmed and hurt. A Black woman petitioned to get her fired, this therapist. The same Black woman and others, I'm sure they're not going to stand on his neck for the deplorable things he said about Black women. And the irony of what this therapist said, that they need therapy, this right here, this situation with him shows she said nothing wrong. She told nothing but the truth, and the community collectively got mad and wanted to silence her.
You need to expand your emotional vocabulary. It's so your life can be easier. Don't you want to be able to communicate with your bitch? I think yes, right? Long gone are the days where you can just shut down. Bitches is not tolerating that. Like, it used to be where men provided financially or with schmeat, and bitches can make their own self come and we can pay for our own shit. So I'm gonna need y'all to catch up on the emotional part. If a bitch is telling you, I need you to communicate more, open your fucking mouth. But you know what I realized? And let me back up. A common misconception about me as a clinician is that 90% of my clientele have been men. Black men specifically. And what we specifically work on is expanding their emotional vocabulary, because a lot of y'all motherfuckers don't even have the words to express how you're feeling. So when you expand your vocabulary and knowledge of what you are experiencing, because y'all are human beings who experience feelings and emotions and don't have to choke that shit down no more. Y'all ain't had to choke that shit down since 2016. Anyway, if y'all are not in therapy, expanding your emotional vocabulary, your life just off top is going to be more difficult. When you expand your emotional vocabulary, you expand your awareness of yourself. When you expand your emotional vocabulary, you understand how you can navigate in this bitch. This fucking weird ass world that is so hard on y'all. Like, let's acknowledge that the world is very difficult for y'all, but y'all are not making it any easier, bruh. You're not. When bitches are telling y'all to go to therapy, it's not for us, it's for y'all sad motherfuckers. Go to therapy, talk about that shit that's on your chest. You don't have to choke that shit down no more. Y'all are doing a disservice to yourself. And so let me sum this shit up. Y'all told bitches to elevate our standards. And at the cost of us elevating y'all standards, y'all got axed because y'all didn't elevate either. Bitches are not tolerating emotional abuse, emotional neglect. Step it up. Go talk to somebody. Go expand your emotional vocabulary so your life can be better, bitch. All right. Go in peace. Well, hello. It's your friendly neighborhood therapist who thought she could save these hoes, but got her job terminated as a result. Story time? I think yes. Shit you not, I posted a video on Monday telling men that their dusty behavior is only harming them and that they would benefit from emotional intelligence, and I shit you not, by Friday, didn't have employment. All of this started with a Psychology Today article stating that men are lonelier than ever because they have no fucking emotional skills. And I agreed and doubled down and told y'all that y'all lives would radically improve if you expanded the shit that came out your mouth. But instead of healing, y'all will do anything but that. Instead of being accountable, like, hey, this bitch see me, and stirred a little bit, y'all got so hurt that you contacted massa. That's exactly what happened. So first the post goes viral on Twitter, cause y'all need fucking help. And y'all wanted to argue with bitches blue till they fucking blue in the face. Some of you hoes is not gonna be saved. And that's the conclusion that I've come to. So because this shit's gone viral, I'm thinking, okay, cool, we starting a discussion on mental health, and people are, you might not like my fucking delivery, but motherfuckers is starting to talk, you know, shaking the tables, I don't give a fuck. But then it turns into this entire crusade of attacking a black woman who serves the fucking black community. There were comments like, I'm gonna find her credentials and report her, cause I told y'all to be better? Yeah, y'all are fucking weird. Y'all scream that y'all want to protect women, protect black women specifically, but have done nothing to protect this black woman who has been serving the communities. I have been violated in several areas, and I'm gonna outline each one. This article was written by a fucking black woman, putting my full government and my place of employment. So being doxxed by a black woman can't fake, kinda fucking hurts, and she never once reached out to me or contacted me so I could spend my side of the story. This is the article that spooked my fucking job and got me fired. Not only does she not have any regard for my safety, many other articles have been written as a result. Here are a few of them, just to name a few. Black Twitter has words for therapists scolding men to go to fucking therapy. Y'all attacked me and got mad at me because I wanted better for y'all. That's the most crab in the barrel bucket type bullshit I've ever heard in my fucking life. A plethora of black men decided to take it upon themselves to call my employment to get me fired. You succeeded, but you succeeded in not the way that you think. If it's one thing about black women is that we're incredibly resilient. This just cleared the table to give me space and opportunity to educate the masses to healing because y'all got mad because I wanted you to do better. I was told they consulted with shareholders and decided to terminate my contract because I told y'all to go to therapy. That's the world we live in.
I don't think people fully understand the implications behind him being able to work in the district attorney's office. He may have possibly and could in the future harm a black woman's life because of the color of her skin. He could use this position to affect the lives of dark-skinned black women. And I want to stop right here because people are always trying to gaslight dark-skinned black women as if there's no colorism, there's reverse colorism, when this man is in a position to let go of an abuser or someone who would harm a black woman, all because he doesn't like her and he's going to take the man's side because of his biases. The very shit that they say happens to them in the quote unquote injustice system. In that same way, he could very well do the same thing to a black woman because of her skin tone, because of his dislike, because of some putrid hatred that he has in him for a woman that he doesn't even know is just her skin and the melanin in it. He should not be allowed to continue to work in the capacity that he does for the district attorney's office. It's too dangerous to black women. He can retaliate against several black women. Not only could he ruin their lives, he could have their lives taken from them. And this just shows this fake ass solidarity between white women and black women and all women. It's BS. Kim Ogg doesn't give a damn about black women, and she would have fired him if she actually wanted to protect women, black women, from him. White women collectively quiet. Trans women and the LGBT quiet. Asian women and Stop Asian Hate crew quiet. The white man holding the Black Kings Down Club quiet. All of them are silent on this issue, yet we love to support them as black women. Absolutely no grace for her, but he gets a second chance. This story is slowly gaining steam, but I wonder if black women said, Nakers or ninjas make good for target practice for the boys in blue. I wonder if that would make national news. I wonder if somebody said ninjas feel body bags very well. How many tears would be all over every social media platform. I wonder if black women started to say they need to hear more of the story first, how that would go over with the male collective of our community. But let me know in the comments section how you feel this would go down if black women said any of this. Now, I will put on the screen and leave enough time for you to look over this information. This was shared by black female content creators that really support black women, advocate for black women, and address colorism. As for his fiance, I 100% believe that she knew exactly who he was and is. She did not care, just like Kim Og does not care. When you look at the picture of his fiance, you can tell that she may hold the same colorist views. If you look at her hands and her face, compared to her lower body, you can tell that she is bleaching or using makeup that is much lighter than her natural skin tone. We all know there is just as much colorism in Asia and Indian countries like in the black community, so she could very well agree with his sentiments. I'm sure he's had a mouthful to say about black women to his non-black fiance, which goes along with another man that I reviewed a video on. He has a white fiance who he says is a model and she's so beautiful, yet he gets upset and very angry when he sees a black woman doing what he does. They don't like you or want you, but they don't want to see you with anyone else. That's weirdo behavior. The mother, his mother, was made aware her son was saying these despicable things about black women. She is a light-skinned black woman, and I'm sure she did not experience colorism. I do not have a picture of his father. He comes from a two-parent household, so dad was there. And this is not a product of a single-parent household, which everybody likes to scream that dysfunction comes from a single-parent household. This one didn't. So was he influenced by his father, or are we going to still blame the mother? I haven't seen a picture of his father. I'm sure he's darker than the mother. I wonder if the father instilled this into his son, because mom said she doesn't agree with it. So if mom is saying she doesn't agree with it, who else instilled this in him? The real issue with these type of men, red pill, manosphere, etc., you are black. You are a black woman and your blackness is visible for everyone to see. And they don't like blackness. This is not a lack of femininity. It's not having an independent attitude. It's not about being a modern woman. It's not about fitness level. It's not about any of these things they say, because every thing they have on a list against you, you can go out here in the world and see a black man with that very thing. So it's none of that. It's about the very thing that you cannot change about yourself, your blackness. I'll go ahead and end it right here. Go ahead and drop a comment and let me know what you thought about this video, and I'll see you in the next one.